Aries, it's Nick and Nala. I hope you guys are doing good. This applies for all my Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, males and females. We're going to be covering a little bit of health, work, and love. And I'll have the link to the extended reading below in the description box if you're interested afterwards. All right, so my beautiful people, Aries. Overall, I feel like you're the energy of, like, you may feel like you made a mistake, or this week you may feel like, oh, why did I say that, or why did I open up and tell them this, or why did I do that, why did I let that slide. Like, you may feel like you opened yourself up too much, or you opened up too fast or too soon, and now you're like regretting it for whatever reason, but we'll get into that in just a moment. Okay, so when it comes to your health, Aries, you may get burnt, or you may have if you're out in the sun for too long, maybe you get sunburn. So this week, if you know you're gonna be out in the sun, or you're going to the beach or the lake or something, or going boating, put on extra layers of sunscreen, especially if you're, very pale, or you will get burnt. Be careful. Also, maybe get a aloe vera. If you have an aloe vera plant, that's awesome. You can use that to help heal any burns or like dry skin. It's really good. Or you can buy one like at CVS or Walgreens. I would recommend to get one that doesn't have the like artificial coloring, so it'll just look kind of like white. But any one is going to be good. That's what I would usually use if I get sunburn, and it works really well. So be careful if you're out in the sun for too long. Maybe wear your glasses or your hat and put on SPF. And then also, if you're near anything that's like really hot, a stove, fire, be careful, because you may accidentally burn yourself, or you're like, or like, something may burn you. So be careful. And also, you may physically feel burnt out, like something you were having too much fun, or you got too excited about something, and then you just felt super burnt out. But I think it's more like physically, you may physically burn yourself. I don't see it being like really bad or anything like that, but just be careful around any heat or fire, stuff like that. And just take precautions, okay? Because I don't want anything bad to happen to you, and you may be like, maybe it's not a big deal to you, but feeling sunburned is not a good feeling, or physically burnt is not fun either. It can hurt really badly. So just be mindful of that, okay? What else? If you're getting any haircuts, or you're doing something with your hair this week, don't take any big risks. Like, if you're thinking like, oh, I'm gonna like do something dramatic, and you may regret it, or you may change your mind. So really think things through this week when it comes to any changes you may be doing in your physical appearance, your hair. Like, once you do it, you can't go back. Like, rethink those things, okay? What else? If you were scheduled to have like pick up dry clean clothes or something, like, don't leave it for last minute. Plan accordingly and leave some days. Like, if you're going on a trip somewhere, don't do it last minute. Make sure you leave some days in between, just in case, because there could be delays. Okay? All right. So also drink lots of water and stay hydrated this week. Okay? All right. When it comes to your work, school, career, and finances, I feel like this is like, there's like tough energy, or you may be working really hard, or someone may be being really tough on you, a boss, coworker, manager, or maybe you are being really tough on yourself this week. There could also be some like toxic habits or toxic people in your work environment, or addictions, attachments that could be affecting your work or your finances. So just something to keep in mind. And also maybe the people that are around you, maybe you don't like your work, your job, or the environment feels just kind of like toxic or not really healthy. Do your best in the situation. Try not to add to it. If you try to work on maybe getting out of that situation if possible, but just do the best to not get consumed or become too addicted to. Try not to get too fixed on superficial things, or your status, your popularity, how much money you make. Like, don't get too fixed on that. Like, there could be a job that maybe is paying you a lot, but you're super stressed, you have no time for yourself, you're around people that just are not good to you. Like, sometimes you got to pick your battles. Like, there are certain things that you want, but if getting there means going through a lot of difficult things or being around people that are not in your vibration, maybe rethink those things. But I think most of you are great people. It's really easy when you're surrounded by superficial people or people who only care about money, only care about status, popularity, to get consumed in that, and then it starts to influence you. So don't be too hard on yourself, and try to keep things a little bit lighthearted and detached from anything that maybe is becoming a little too heavy. Also forgot to mention, we have the full moon in Aquarius this week, I think on Saturday the 24th. So if you need to detach from anything, let go of anything, this is the week to do so, especially as we're moving into Leo season. You want to get feeling to that more lighthearted and playful energy, okay? There could also be like people you feel like are against you at your work, or are trying to compete with you, or are trying to like do better than you, and you're like, there's no competition here, I'm not competing with you, like why are you giving me a hard time? They just may be comparing themselves to you, okay? Or feel like jealous, or I don't know, maybe want your position or something. There could also be a Capricorn in your work environment that is giving you a hard time, or you're like clashing with this person. Okay, so when it comes to your love, relationships, and dating, some of you could be a Aries, Pisces cusp, or you have Pisces somewhere in your chart. As far as the other person you could be dealing with, I feel like most likely it could be another fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, or this person is really embodying that fire energy this week. Very expressive, you know, magnetic, you know, really out there, just acting like you, or you guys know, just fire energy, okay? Maybe, I think they're actually kind of like heated up, or like angry, or they come at you a little bit aggressively this week, or more aggressive than they usually are for whatever reason. It's like your heart was telling you, just do it, just do it. So you did something, or you're about to do something, and this can be past, present, future, like someone you were recently dealing with, or you're dealing with right now, or in the near future, but apply it how you find fit. And I think you're feeling kind of vulnerable right now, because you did something, but you did it because you thought it was the right thing to do, or you said something about it. I think it's like an action you took, maybe how you expressed yourself. You're just like, F it, you know, I'm just gonna say it, I'm just gonna do it, because this is what I feel. You were in the moment, and so you just kind of went with it. And I think you, this person, like you once shared something very personal to them that maybe you haven't shared with, you don't really share to like just anyone. And now that aside, now that you did something else that maybe they made them upset, they got mad at you, you guys had an argument, or they may get upset with you, start a fight, or maybe there's some drama here, or other people getting involved. And so you do something they don't like, or they get mad at you for whatever reason. Maybe you didn't call, or you didn't text them, or you took forever, or you picked them up late, or you canceled a date, or something, maybe something you did, I don't know, that annoyed them. And now they're mad at you, and they use whatever you told them before, like against you. And you're like, wow, really? Like that has nothing to do with what happened, and you're like throwing that in my face. Like you're literally using my vulnerability and using something I shared with you in private against me now. Like that's not cool. And I think you regret now almost being vulnerable and opening up to them about that, because it was so personal to you, and now they're almost like throwing it in your face. And that doesn't make you feel very good, because you shared that with them because you trusted them, or because you didn't think they would try to use that against you. Like for example, have you guys seen that TV show series on Netflix called Sex Life that everyone was like talking about? I usually don't watch Netflix, to be honest, but everyone was talking about it, so I was like, okay, fine, I'll just watch it. And I saw it actually with my mom. It was pretty funny. And I don't know if you guys have seen it, so I don't want to spoil it, but pretty much like the guy tells the girl, like they get into a fight, and he kind of throws out all this stuff at her that, you know, usually you don't say to people, like, yeah, you know, if you didn't have your daddy issues, you probably wouldn't have slept with me on the first night with the stranger, blah, 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 like all these things. And she, like, you know, if anyone said that to you, you'd be like literally said the most hurtful things ever that you just don't say even as mad as you are or whatever the person does, like you just don't say those things. And so I feel like that's like a similar situation here, where they used another situation, something you did that maybe wasn't even a big deal, but they got super in their feelings or just were in a bad mood, and then they threw out something at you, and you're like, wow, that's how you really feel? Like, I shared that with you and now you're using that against me. And I think that's gonna make you really emotional, really sad. Like, it hurts for someone to say something that's so personal to you, and like, it's like, it makes you feel like, wow, is that how you really felt about me? That's how you really see me? So I think that may break your heart, make you really sad, get you in your feelings, Aries, but don't let that bring you down, okay? I think this person just said it in the heat of the moment. They didn't actually really mean it, but I know it's hurtful. It's like, you can't take back what you say sometimes. That's why we have to be really mindful of what we're saying, because the words we say, that we speak out, can do a lot of damage. I personally feel that words cut deeper than actions. Like, someone can punch you in the face and you will heal, okay? It will hurt, but you'll get better. But someone can tell you something and that can stay with you forever. Like, someone who tells you, oh, I never liked you, or I never loved you, like, that can like carry with you for a long time. Like, those words they stick with you. So I feel like whatever they did, or an argument that you guys had, it just like escalated into something that was totally unnecessary, and this person came at you aggressively and I think they didn't realize it till after that, oh crap, like I shouldn't have said that, like that was too much. Ooh, like they were just being really in the heat of the moment, but it's not acceptable, right? It's not okay. I'm not like excusing their behavior, but you know, it happens. Sometimes we say things and we don't mean it, but after it's like the damage has been done, it's like, oh, how do I go back from there? So now they're like desperately trying to figure something out, like damage control, like, oh my gosh, what do I do? Like, dang, like I shouldn't have said that, I shouldn't have done that. And they want to come back home being you. I was listening, I love Brett Young, he's a country singer, and one of the songs, actually before I was about to do your reading, it's been in my head, so maybe this is for you. His song, something running away from home, and he says like running, it inspired the title of this video, running or walking or running away from you is like running away from home. And I feel like this is resonating with this person, that they did something or they ran away from you, or you know, kind of attacked you, and now it's like they almost attacked themselves because they were trying to push you away, but doing that is like them getting away from their comfort, their home, you being their home. So I think now this person wants to make it up to you, or by the end of the week they're going to realize that they took it too far, they did the most, they were not they shouldn't have said that, they shouldn't have done that. And they want to kind of make it up to you by maybe throwing a party or celebrating with you, or I don't know, inviting you to their home and setting something up nice for you, a nice dinner, or taking you out somewhere. But I feel like they're gonna want to make it up to you in some way, and I do feel like they're gonna feel really bad about it, like a little shortly after it happens, and they're like, oh my gosh, why did I say that, why did I do that? Okay, all right, so Aries, we're gonna dive in deeper in the extended to get more information, to see where their energy is at, what are they thinking, what are they feeling when it comes to you, what they don't want you to know, maybe you should know, and what their next action move will be towards you, and then also your advice. All right, so I will see you guys there. The link to extended will be below. If not, I'll see you for your next reading, and I wish you guys all the best. Take care.